put down the exfoliants. I think the free nature or the availability now of AHAs or exfoliants in whatever form it is, whether it's a toner, it is damaging the skin mantle, the skin barrier function. So it's all about repair. Hello and welcome to another video newsletter with me, Dr. Sunny. I'm here in my clinic in Oakham in Rutland. This is Vysana Life and I am Dr. Sunny, a GP and wellness doctor specialising in women's health. Why? Because I believe that global healthcare systems are failing women at every point in age, and I don't think it's the fault of individuals. I think it's the systems that are failing. So our goal, our mission here at Vysana is to support women in their health journey. We do that by starting with the skin and working our way within. And of course, we do not forget the family unit that is so important to women. So from women's healthcare, we focus and then we can help you support your family as well. And we do treat men as well. I thought I'd just add that in. But that's what I want to share with your mission statement. And what do I have in store for you? So I will be sharing our hints and tips from clinic. Our virtual skin service goes from strength to strength. It's so busy, so many questions. I will share with you what's been going on in that and the sort of the top theme. It's usually environmental related. Yesterday, I went to the Primary Care Women's Health Forum, and that was an amazing conference. Such amazing speakers. Now, the sheer volume of information, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something really cheeky. I'm going to tease you with some information about what happened in the conference, and I will be slowly feeding that to you in bite-sized chunks because there was so much there, but I'll give you some of the headlines. Subscribe to Vysana Life on the YouTube channel or on our other social media channels, but definitely on the YouTube channel because that's where the video blog goes in its longer format, and I will be sharing in the weeks ahead the amazing information, the amazing speakers, all about women's health and also our holistic approach to skin management. As I said, it starts with skin, we work our way within, and I'm here to help support you on that journey. Okay, so thanks for watching. Keep tuned. If you haven't already subscribed, please do, and I look forward to sharing more with you. Why is my skin so dry and dehydrated? Why is my skin itchy, flaking? Why am I getting spots on my forehead, breaks on my forehead, the rest of my face is fine? Why is my skin so sensitive? These are the questions we get through our virtual skincare service. And yes, they are very complex skin conditions. It takes time to understand them. It takes time to work through them. When you fill out the virtual skincare questionnaire for us, with which the links are available on our landing page, it helps us to understand. Now, part of the skincare service is that it's in your own home. You can take your time, answer the questions, you can download the Skin AI tool, and then it's up to you whether you want to share that image with us. Ideally, I would like you to share the image with us because then it gives us the opportunity to see what's going on with your skin and get in touch with you. Obviously, if you want to book in for virtual consultation through our Get Harley platform, that would be amazing, and we can definitely recommend some really good products to help with your skin management. But I really wanted to just focus on some of these questions. So, dryness in skin is when your skin is itchy and perhaps flaky. So that's dryness. Dehydration is when your skin feels tight. So imagine you go in the shower, you come out and your skin feels tight, it's crying out for moisture. That's dehydration. So it doesn't matter if you have drank plenty of water. If your barrier function to your skin is compromised, it means that your skin will be dehydrated. So let's not confuse dryness with dehydration. So where are you at right now? So perhaps, you are coming out the shower, your skin feels tight, or you're waking up and your skin is itchy and perhaps flaky as well, which is dryness. So we have to separate those two out. Now, it's quite, I think, from all the times that I've done consultations, it's fairly rare that I've encountered anyone with dryness and dehydration. But for example, in some cases of rosacea that's becoming more severe, that we do get that. We get a combination of dryness, so itchiness here, and then perhaps tightness as well. So how do we tackle that? Well, firstly, put down the exfoliants. I think the free nature or the availability now of AHAs or exfoliants in whatever form it is, whether it's a toner, it is damaging the skin mantle, the skin barrier function. So it's all about repair. So we have some great products to recommend in terms of restoring that barrier function. And sometimes I do get a quizzical look from patients saying, really, you want me to put on an occlusive moisturizer like our some of our Made of More products? It feels greasy on my skin at night, but when you wake up in the morning, guess what? That redness is starting to disappear. Your skin barrier function is better. You come out the shower, you put moisturizer on, your skin feels so much better. So that's dehydration. Now, for itchy, flaky skin, we have to explore whether there's a medical reason behind it. people do suffer with dermatitis and eczema, and there can be triggers for that, and we take some time to discuss it. But again, it's moisturizing, it's emollient. Sometimes this is not medical advice, obviously this is a conversation we're having. Sometimes medical topical treatments are required to dampen down the immune response in the skin, and especially now as we're getting into perhaps early hay fever season, where trees are beginning to produce pollen, that can sometimes initiate itchiness in the skin, or itchiness anywhere on the skin surface, whether it's eye surface, mouth, or wherever. Then I would definitely recommend that you start to think about, am I over-exfoliating? So that is separating out dehydration. So you might be itchy, flaky skin, which is dryness, or you might be tight, shiny skin, which is dehydration. We tackle those slightly differently. Now, one of the other things I really wanted to share with you is about hormonal cycle. Now, if you're postmenopausal, obviously there's less of a hormonal cycle. You're probably experiencing dehydrated skin and perhaps dry skin. But for those of you who are in the perimenopausal phase, or even just in your 30s, a lot of our patients are in their late 20s or early 30s from the virtual point of view. A lot of our in-clinic patients are in the perimenopause phase. We do talk about your hormonal skin cell cycle. So we really, this is probably ongoing. This is probably something that I'm going to bring in as more of a standalone talk about how to sync your skincare with your hormonal cycle. Really concentrating on the what is your the length of your cycle? How is your menstruation? When are you experiencing changes? Are there other triggers? Are you on any hormonal treatment? Is it medication? These are very complex things, and I would recommend definitely booking for virtual skincare consultation. Link is in somewhere. One of the team will put it in there for you. But definitely I think skincare can be synced with a cycle, and if you've got a chaotic cycle, so if you're in the perimenopause, then I think it's really worth taking some time to invest in talking it through. So obviously, I will share some of that with you now, but definitely separating out dryness and dehydration, I hope that is useful. Comments always freely accepted with gratitude. The Primary Care Women's Healthcare Forum that I went to yesterday was amazing. Some amazing speakers, and there were various topics discussed. So some of the things that jumped out at me were, firstly, Women's Health Hub. So for those of you in the UK, Women's Health Hub is probably something that perhaps your GP may not have mentioned. They might not even know about it. But what I would recommend is, if you're on Google, just type in Women's Health Hub near me. And what that will give you is information on a specialised unit that is on the NHS. And there will be specialists on women's health, menopausal health, perimenopausal health, whether it's you're experiencing menopausal changes, perimenopausal changes. That is your go-to access. You can perhaps look at their website or the contact details, and it may require a referral from your GP, but there are women's health hubs available, and they will be putting out more and more information. The thing is with the Women's Health Hub is they're trying to secure money from the government, but it is a complex process. But there are some great people working behind the scenes. I met them yesterday, and I think the one in our area is actually in Ashby, and if you are in Oakham, Rutland, Leicestershire, then Women's Health Hub near you will be in Ashby. Obviously there are private services like ours as well, but I passionately believe that we should try and help the system. Those of you who have the resources available, obviously private clinics are available like mine to help support you on that journey. But for the complex nature, I think first protocol is the NHS. There are a lot of specialists out there. They're doing hard work behind the scenes. So don't despair. Google that. It's a little tip there for you. Women's Health Hub near me, and see what is available. Obviously, if it's skin related, feel free to drop us an email or book in with our clinic. What else was discussed? So PMDD, so premenstrual dysphoric disorder. It's very real. It's a severe form of premenstrual syndrome. A high percentage of women do suffer with it. It's not something that should be brushed under the carpet. I think it's not very well understood. And one of the key messages that I took from yesterday was that PMDD and perimenopause are a real complex collection of symptoms, I would say, and it's something that I'll be working on and sharing with you over the next few weeks. Obviously, those of you coming to clinic for various skin treatments will be getting a full earful about the Women's Health Conference, but I will be sharing more with you about that. So PMDD, again, Women's Health Hub specialists will be able to deal with it. If you're suffering with PMDD, it's something that if you Google, it's symptoms that, emotional and physical symptoms that you almost, every month you're getting. They're quite severe. I think one of the things that we took from that was that, for a whole week, you're just not yourself, you're anxious, you're angry, your temperament goes up and down. It can be disruptive for relationships. And then you spend the next 3 weeks trying to repair some of that with relationships, with work perhaps. So PMDD is real if you're suffering with it. Again, seek help and advice. First port of call is your healthcare practitioner, your GP, your doctor, your family physician. And if not, women's health hubs. And if not, then there are specialist resources available to you. So PMDD was a very, very insightful topic of discussion. The next one, which absolutely sort of blew my mind, was about something called REDS. I was like, what's the consultant talking about? REDS, what is this? It's about training, athleticism. And so REDS is relative energy deficiency in sport. It's not a made-up condition. And as a man, as a 44-year-old man sitting in a women's health conference, I think there were 2 men out of 150 participants. It made me think about, where are we at? What is the system that we're living in when girls at a young age are wanting to get involved in sport, but their potential is limited by conditions, sort of very common conditions like REDS? What are we doing to support girls, support women, young women, to reach their potential in support? I think the statistics were that more than 60% of young women, girls, will drop out of playing sports because of conditions relating to their hormonal cycle. And I will be sharing more about this. I think the take-home message is that these things exist. They limit the potential for our young women, our women in general, and also they affect women in perimenopause and menopause. And it goes back to discussing about energy deficiency and motivation, lack of motivation during chaotic hormonal cycles, about why you don't have the motivation to do exercise and sport. So I'm not a sports expert, I'm not a nutritional expert, but I am building a women's health movement. And I think the impact that will have is palpable, and I hope to share more information with you about that. Obviously, I have a vested interest, I have a very selfish interest. I have 2 young women in my life, my daughters, who have great potential to succeed in sport, and I want to do everything I can. And if I can do that for them, I can do it for those of you who have young women in your life, whether it's daughters, whether it's nieces, whoever it is, friends. My mission is to help. So that's REDS. What else did we find from that? There was a huge amount of information. I'm still digesting it, but I will share with you. So I hope that's interesting, little teaser about what's to come. That was the Primary Care Women's Health Care Forum. Big shout out to them at the great lecture series they put on yesterday. And lastly, I want to do a big thank you to everyone that comes into clinic and supports us, whether it's, firstly, our patients who return for treatments, who believe in the value that I deliver, that Vysana delivers. We're very proud to be finalists in the National Aesthetic Awards this weekend. One for Best Clinic Midlands and Wales, and secondly for Best Non-Surgical Result. I think that, fingers crossed, let's see what happens. I'm humbled to be in the finals list with some great names on there. But secondly, I'm also humbled as well for the chance to be in there because of the patients, because of you who are watching now, whether you're just watching the YouTube channel, whether you're subscribed to that, whether you're commenting, if you're coming into a clinic, I always love to share this with you, and hopefully we can grow from strength to strength, because it's a movement. It's about value. It's about what I can deliver for you, patients coming in, patients watching, and I hope to continue making impact, and perhaps winning an award like this will put us on a higher stage. So things like women's health, whether it's skin related, whether it's beauty related, whether it's something that seems only skin deep. Remember, we start from our skin, work our way within. So yeah, very excited to share with you what happens at the awards on Saturday this weekend, the 16th of March in London at the Grosvenor Hotel. So we'll wait and see what happens. So thank you very much from the bottom of my heart.